So hello guys, and welcome back to another video in our channel. Today we're going to address one of the key problems that Chelsea have, and we're going to understand a solution in which Chelsea can impact. And when I talk about a solution, I'm talking about a player that Chelsea can acquire in this January transfer window that attempt to strengthen their position and their hopes for Europe next season. So Chelsea this season have had a huge problem with finishing chances, with the key players in the attack missing goal chances there they should have scored. This has really uh, worked negatively for Chelsea, since Chelsea have not been able to score in games where they are supposed to win. And we're going to look first at the Chelsea main goal scorer this season, and we are going to look at the Chelsea striker, that is Nicholas Jackson. So Nicholas Jackson came from Villarreal, but he is not quite impressed at Chelsea when it comes to his main job, which is scoring goals. So he has played so far 19 games and has just scored 7 goals from an XG of 10.6. And this has seen him fail to score 4 goals that he is supposed to have scored, and this is quite really low for a Chelsea striker. However, the solution is a player who Chelsea have known, and that player is Karim Benzema. So Karim Benzema is world class number 9. I don't know if his age is able to cope with the physicality in the Premier League, but he's a player who's looking for a loan move to a European club in this January transfer window, and it's an opportunity that I believe Chelsea can explore. So let's compare Benzema and Nicholas Jackson's numbers. So the first slide represents Benzema's numbers, and you can see from the overshade of green, you can see how Benzema is such an attacking threat through his progressive passes and penalty goals, and penalty XG. You can see how it is always on the green. But when you compare to Jackson, you can see that his goals and his non-penalty goals are so low compared to that of Benzema. But Jackson excels Benzema in the defensive aspect of the game, where you can see the tackles, the pressing, the interceptions, the blocks, the clearances. Here is beating Benzema, but Benzema is doing the job. So Karim Benzema is a Ballon d'Or winner. He won the 2021 to 2022 Ballon d'Or through his remarkable performances for Real Madrid that saw them win the league and the Champions League. So this is a player who Chelsea fans know, but they don't know him from a positive light, since he's a player who has managed to knock out Chelsea from the Champions League twice. And before you begin even our analysis, I'd like you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. So Karim Benzema has spent majority of his time in football in Real Madrid. He's a striker, and let's look at his numbers throughout the years. So throughout the years, Benzema has recorded, initially he was not beating his XG, but later on he looks like somebody who has successfully managed to know how to beat his XG. We have seen that he averages close to 20 goals a season. That is, these are stats from La Liga. So not only are these goals so important, a striker who can give Chelsea 10 to 15 goals is a striker who can manage to secure Chelsea top 4. And Chelsea should be in for business to get a striker this January if they want any hopes for Europe. So from the tactical board, you will see the position of Benzema directly come and start as the number 9. So we'll see how he helps his team both in build up deeper on the pitch when the team is being pressed and high up the pitch. So generally we'll expect that Chelsea are usually pressed with the more aggressive teams that like to press front foot. And Benzema is a player who's played in the La Liga, and majority of the games in La Liga are possession-based football, and teams like to press high up the pitch. So we know very well how Chelsea like to use Caicedo to play those third balls for centre backs who start wide. and in some instances, wingers might position themselves in positions where centre backs cannot be able to locate fullbacks. And here is where the number 9 comes in. Benzema is not afraid to drop so deep and almost play as an extra midfielder, receive the ball directly from the centre backs. This is because of his excellent reading of the game and his excellent movement. So he can drop deep, receive the ball, and even sometimes throw a centre back out of position, then turn and immediately start carrying the ball forward till an appropriate time where he can lay the ball forward for a winger who can either attempt to have a scored goal or attempt to shoot. Now, since Chelsea majority of the time face lower blocks, and these are teams that have caused Chelsea a lot of problem, so Mauricio Pochettino usually like to have either one winger hugging the touchline. Since Cole Palmer starts as the right winger, majority of the times he's tasked to come in field and play more as a number 10 in the right half space channel, while the one midfielder occupies the left half space channel, with the right back pushing forward, so that Chelsea can have this 3-1 system and have a player such as Enzo Fernandez playing a free role to pick runners and play players in the wide channels. So Nkunku can easily fill in this left half space position, and Benzema can use his excellent reading of the game by moving, dropping deep, pulling centre backs out of position, and playing those 1-2 he used to play with Vinicius, so that his number 10s can be able to make runs in the box. Alternatively, Benzema likes to play in these channels between the centre backs and the full backs, and this is to enable him to have a competitive advantage to win aerial duels behind the two centre backs and beat the full back in these wide channels. Alternatively, he's not also afraid of dropping so deep when his team are currently being pressed, and this can be in good link-up play with a player such as Nkunku, who can make runs beyond him as he receives the ball and immediately turns to attempt to play penetrative passes in the half spaces and attempt to play in players such as Sterling. And this is what makes him so special. He's not only just a number 9 but an all-rounded number 9 whose excellent movement enables his teammates to thrive. Sometimes he also likes to drop deep. He's not quite physical to hold off most defenders, but he's a player who can drop deep and create space for players to make runs in that space and enable to get his teammates in a much better goal scoring position. Now, Benzema is also quite important for the team out of possession, though his numbers indicate he's not quite a player who will be front foot in pressing. And Pochettino likes his team to press front foot from the front. So if you pair him with a player such as Gallagher, but he's an intelligent presser, he doesn't just use his pace to press, but rather position himself to cut a passing lane and force the ball in field, where a more aggressive winger can receive the ball and immediately launch quick transitions. Now, Pochettino's team out of possession usually play in a more 4-2-3-1 system, with the wingers playing close to the number 10. So this will give Benzema a lot of problems, since now he'll have to track two centre backs, but alternatively he can just decide to sit in front and prevent central progression with the ball, allowing his midfielders to hold their position. And if Chelsea manage to win the ball, he can use his excellent link-up play to play quick 1-2 touches with the forwards who are making diagonal runs, enabling Chelsea to launch quick counter-attacks, because this is something he has done with the Vinicius in the past. So Karim Benzema, not only is he a very good forward, he's also a forward who is an excellent dribbler with the ball at his feet. He's a player who's able to take on players and use dummy runs. He's also a player who's not afraid to make those runs beyond the opposition defense line and win and find himself in a 1v2 position. This is something that I really like about him. I have not seen Jackson attacking these spaces quite well. He's also a good player who knows how to link up. He's not afraid to use his excellent skills, and is not afraid to play balls in precise positions. Also, another thing that I like about him is how he ghosts. His movement is quite important, playing that position behind the fullback and the centre back. Also, a great strength with him is a player who likes to make these long range shots and his shooting accuracy is quite best, and his composure in front of goal is what makes him even good, since he's able to hold on to the ball, find his space and time, and be able to play a simple pass for his fullbacks and his opponents to score. Benzema is also good in scoring the volley. When balls bounce off him, he's not afraid to hit the ball on the volley, and he's also quite great in reading the positions of centre backs and his ability to quickly link up with his more pacey and aggressive forwards. He's also good at making those late runs in the box so that he can find himself in a position behind the centre backs and attempt to score those headed goals. So Karim Benzema is a very good prospect for Chelsea. For a loan, a 6 months loan move, he's excellent. He's a player who Chelsea can be guaranteed he will bring in experience in the front line and as well take on the pressure from players such as Cole Palmer and Raheem Sterling, making these players to play with less pressure and therefore contribute a lot of goals for Chelsea. This is a signing that I would really okay for Chelsea to get. However, Mauricio Pochettino might not be famed with him because of his high aggressive, high pressing system. If you've liked this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.